Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Jordan here. Today we're going to continue working on the Winter Village. The last few updates I've been working on the ski slope. The base structure is almost done. All I've got to do is some blending down here on the bottom, finish off this green run, blend that in there, get some more slopes and stuff put on these sort of rough edges there, and just clean that up. And once that's done, I'll be able to add details, things like trees, lights, and also a lift. Whether it be a chairlift or a gondola, not too sure at this point. All I know is people need a way to get to the top of the hill. I just put those minifigures there just to add some color to the build, because right now it's just a big white blob with a few rocks here and there. So I probably should continue working on this, but I'm looking at other sections of the Winter Village, such as the base of the hill where we have the Winter Village Chalet, and also the train track, and I see like these gray plates, and I'm like, ooh, those gray plates don't look very good. And then I'm looking at the actual village where we have all of the Winter Village collection sets. Looking pretty sweet. But I'm looking over here and I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks so bad. We've got all these exposed studs on the road plates. There's no sidewalk. There's no details. We've got some exposed IKEA boxes over here for Santa Claus's Mountain. And I'm like, I could continue working on the ski slope. Or what I could do is take a day, it's actually an evening at this point, because remember that sickness that I had? Well, guess what? My whole family has it now. So the only chance I get to work is in the evening, because I literally have to take care of them, right? That's priority. But yeah, that's besides the point. I think today I should work on fixing the look of the Winter Village in general, because I don't think it'll take very long to add some details to these roads, maybe add a sidewalk, and maybe Mills plate around this train track. So I'm going to be attempting to do that here tonight. First thing I did is went over to my parts inventory and sorted everything, because the last time I was working on the Winter Village, I just left bins of parts that were just like scrambled messes everywhere. In fact, I just found this one here and I completely forgot to sort this one here. But I sorted everything out. So now all my slopes are together, all my white bricks are together, all my 1x plate, 2x2 brick, the modified brick, all the odd shaped plates, all the 6x plate, 4x plate, 8x plate, 2x plate, giant bin of that is ready to go. Because obviously I'm going to need this stuff in mass if I plan on Mills plating those huge plates over there, right? It's going to require a ton of pieces, so I had to like go over there and just round up all of my pieces so they're ready to go. I'm actually curious to go through this one. I think it's mostly brick, so that's good, but it looks like there's also some slopes in there that have to be extracted as well, which I'm happy with, because I was disappointed by the fact that there's only that many slopes in this container. But now that I really think about it, I probably have a drawer full of slopes as well. Mixed colors. Yeah, look at all the white slopes in there. Okay, perfect. We've got lots of white slopes, so that's excellent. But yeah, I'm actually going to start over here because I can't stand to look at these plates anymore. So you can see there's a seam right here, like that's where a base plate ends or begins. I think I'm going to Mills plate from there all the way to back there. I didn't actually Mills plate underneath the ski slope. I don't know if that was a mistake or not. Probably not, because this thing's one big unit anyway, other than the part that sits on the raised platform, like that can sort of be separated. Would be difficult and probably is not movable, but either way, I've got to get this section over here Mills plated. The first thing I decided to do was just frame the exterior up against the train track there. So I've gone around with 1x and also 2x white brick. And the next thing I need to do is just top that with white plate. And then I can start sort of dealing with the train track. I'm not really sure what to do with the train track. Ideally, I would like ballast all of my train track, and then rather than putting ties on it, like the train track in the city, that looks like this here, I would put snow. But honestly, this just takes so many parts. I don't know if I have enough parts to ballast all of the train track in the Winter Village there, because there's two huge curves, and these curves take so many pieces. It's actually insane. Even just with that, it's starting to look so much better, right? Like all the plates on top of those bricks going around the edge of the track. Beauty. I started doing this the exact same way, and that is by framing the inside of the train track with white brick. I've started filling in the interior now. Whoo, it is taking a ton of plate. I'm also having a look at this skating rink. Now I'm using these trans blue 1x2 bricks. Ideally, I would use these like trans opal 1x6x5 panels. I only have the 3. I do have some sealed in the Lunar New Year set. It's like, do I really want to open that up just to get those? I guess I would have a bunch of cool minifigures that are sort of winter themed and a bunch of neat parts as well. But I would be using it as a parts pack. I would probably be better off just ordering some of these. Maybe I should go dig out that set though. So I've got it right down here. Oof, it actually has a lot of those glass panels. Ooh, that would look pretty cool. Plus we've got some people in costumes with skates on. This guy has a really nice looking toque there. There's a pretty cool looking tree. This ice sculpture is a pretty nice build as well. A lot of slopes and stuff that I could probably use in the Winter Village. And I like the way they've actually framed that with the brick on its side. That actually looks pretty good. And look at all those minifigures as well. Do I crack this thing open and use it for the parts? 1,519 parts might come in pretty handy. Some fence elements, some masonry bricks, some snow-covered bushes there as well. This thing would be fun to have booting around on the skating rink. Oh, what to do, what to do. I like how it's elevated as well. Like it's got those curved steps that are nicely tiled off. But seriously, would I part this out just to get those parts and then be left over with all this other stuff that I don't really have any value in? I guess I could use it in the city. For example, I could put that by the Spring Lantern Festival set. So for now, I've decided to transfer my transparent blue frozen pond. I know it's definitely not the right color. Parting out that Lunar New Year set would give me more of these, and these are the ideal color. However, with that said, I might be obtaining another Alpine Lodge in the future just to double the size of this one and put it back on it, because it comes with lots of like scarce pieces, and I think the most economical way of getting those pieces to complete this little Winter Village set is actually to obtain a second set. That's not the case for all of them, but for that one there, which is a current set, I think it is. And when I do that, I'll have 6 of these panels to work with, which I think should be enough. Other than 1x, 2x, and odd-shaped white plate, which are not good for making Mills plates, this is all the plate I have left. Running very low. But I do have my old skating rink, which is actually based on white plate, so I guess I've got to remove all those tiles. So another thing I need to decide is how I'm going to bring this road over to like the ski area and how people are going to board the tram or train that goes around this track. I don't know if the road is just going to come to an end there, or if I'm going to transition into like a really snowy road, like that goes over the track and toward the gondola and like the ski lodge. Haven't quite decided, or maybe people just need to board the tram and go to the ski lodge, or maybe they need to walk from the road or from the little town to the ski hill, because realistically, like, if you're staying over here at the lodge or wherever it may be, and you want to just walk across over here, it's not that long of a walk, right? It's manageable. So maybe there doesn't need to be a road in this section of the Winter Village. Look at that, we've got a skating rink there, watching some hockey, building some Lego, and the Mills plates, all done. I've also started plating off the train track. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? It's just covered in snow. And all I did was just put these plates on top. And I mean just literally like right on top, like that. No problem. And then there's the clearance for the trolley so it can still move. And I put 2x plate in the center because I have a lot of it. And then I put 1x plate on the edge. And I'm starting to work on the curve. This is a little bit more challenging. I'm using some of these wedge plates, some 2x4 plates, 1x3 plates on the edge, and 1x4 plates on the exterior of the curve. And then putting some like 1x1 studs and trying to fill in the gray as best I can. One thing I could do is just pour these in there loosely, like all these 1x1 studs. I don't know if that's the aesthetic I'm going for, but it would fill in all of the gray. I could technically just plate off the whole thing, but then that's going to raise the curve up one plate, and I would have to do the same for the straights as well. And I just don't think I want to use that much plate because, as you saw, yeah, I'm running very low. I guess I could use 2x plate, but still, I've got a whole mountain to build. So here we have my snow-covered train track, and I actually added those 1x1 studs like in between the tracks as well, so you can sort of see them come through there. I really like how it looks from like this perspective. It's sort of like carved into the snow. Yeah, pretty cool. Whereas if I would have like lifted it up like a couple plates, then it would look more like a ballast train track, and it would be higher than the snow. So I like this effect. I think it's different. And you know what I really like about the train setup? Check it out. There goes the trolley. Just cooking around the track. This is the first time I've ever powered this up. I was thinking to myself, where do I have an extra battery and a set of drive wheels? I couldn't find any because I have the Hogwarts Express, and I actually powered that up using my additional Bluetooth power hub and drive wheels from this train here. And then I was like, well, I'm not really running the Disney train right now, so I extracted the power components from the tender of the Disney train, and that allowed me to power up the tram. But it looks like it might need a battery swap because it's already dying. It's dead. Oh no. Yeah, it's officially dead. Okay. Well, that was short-lived. I'll have to power up some batteries or put some batteries in my charger. I got the Amazon Basic rechargeables, so we'll get those charged up. I'm pretty sure it's dead. Like that must mean it's dead. Okay. Well, it's approaching 9 o'clock at night, and that's all I can get done today. I thought I was going to be able to work on this road, but I don't think so. I've got to edit this video, hopefully watch the rest of this hockey game, and then sort of go from there. I think it looks fantastic, though. Got all the Mills plating done, got the frozen pond in there, and the train track. Yeah, that looks really good, and I'm really excited about finally having this powered up.